Hello, I'm Sara Hogan, and I will be sharing how I got involved in competitive spring kayaking and how it helps me cope with adversity and gain more confidence in myself. So let's begin. As a child, I spent my summers at our grandparents' cottage, where I could often be found going for solo canoe trips around our lake. I always loved spending as much time on the water as I could. Who would have thought that years later I'd be doing competitive sprint kayaking? I'm a survivor living with an acoustic neuroma, fibromyalgia, major depression, and other health issues. I've had my share of difficulties in my life, and kayaking has helped me in a lot of ways. I started out in a recreational kayak program and eventually became a National Gold Medalist. In 2017, I joined the Rideau Canoe Club and took part in the Paddle All program. This program is designed for people with physical or intellectual disabilities. I had the opportunity to try recreational kayaks, canoeing, and even dragon boating. Then in 2019, I decided to try the sprint kayaking program. I was part of the para-canoe team. I love learning about sprint kayaks, race preparations, and competing. I was even awarded the Para-Canoe Excellence Award. In the summer of 2020, I had 3 friends pass away in under 2 months. It was a very difficult time for me, aside from living in a pandemic. I was feeling depressed, isolated, and alone. Kayaking felt like the only positive thing in my life. I'm a strong believer that movement is medicine. What can be better than movement and being out in nature? It truly is medicine for the soul. We can feel more connected to ourselves, to others, and to the world. It can help lower stress and improve our mood. One thing I always do when I get on the water is splashing the water over my kayak. It helps me feel so connected, and it's a wonderful feeling. I love feeling the breeze, seeing the birds flying by, or the ducks floating by as I paddle. I participate in the Walk to End Brain Tumors with the Brain Tumor Foundation of Canada, a cause close to my heart. My virtual walk this year was a paddle down the river. I kayaked in memory of Chris, Norm, Mike Martin, Mike McAlpine, and Denis. Summer of 2021, I was training with the hopes of qualifying for Canoe Kayak Canada Nationals that our club happened to be hosting. I hadn't raced in over a year due to the pandemic, but I secured a spot at Nationals. I was so proud of my accomplishments. My first race that summer was in honor of my teammate Maria, who was one of the friends that had died. Maria is always with me when I'm on the water. I can always feel her presence with me. Nationals took place on the beautiful Rideau River in Ottawa. It was so much fun to race on home waters. I finished in first place in the women's open para 200-meter final. I was thrilled. All of my hard work paid off, and so many people were proud of me. In addition to competing, I also volunteered. Hosting nationals was a lot of fun for our club. I had fun meeting our Olympic medalist from the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics, Katie Vincent, who won silver in the C2 canoe event. That same summer, I was given the opportunity to race at Canmas that followed nationals. Canmas is a competition for the masters athletes from clubs across Canada. It was then that I met even more people, and it opened the possibility of joining the masters team at the Rideau Canoe Club. So this year, I joined the masters program, which gave me a longer paddling season, 6 months versus 2 months. I went from one-on-one coaching to a group and had a lot more time on the water. even going out paddling on my own. I've loved every minute of it. I was able to try a K2, which is a two-person kayak, for the very first time. I even had a race in the K2 with my teammate Linda. We finished with a bronze medal. Later that day, I got a silver medal in the K1. I started out in a beginner sprint kayak this summer called a Viper, and I graduated all the way up to a Delphine kayak. The smaller the kayak gets, the faster you can go, but also the tippier they are. I had a very successful season, and I'm very proud of my accomplishments. I've been very blessed to have wonderful and supportive coaches. Coach Chloe was the best. She believed in me when I didn't believe in myself or my abilities. She pushed me when I needed it, and she was very encouraging. I've gained a lot of confidence both on and off the water. I've had people tell me I seem happier, more confident, and more sure of myself. I can feel it, but it's great when others also notice it. Rideau Canoe Club is a world-class canoe club founded in 1902. As one of my teammates always reminded me before races, it's a blessing to be able to race at our club. Every time I line up for a race, I may be alone in my lane, but I carry the support of everyone with me. Thank you so much.